The rest of this video is going to be questions 9 through 16. So if you wanted to see any of those explained, here you go. Wu purchased a container of peanuts that weighed 5 kilograms. What is the mass of the container in grams? So we're taking 5 kilograms and we're trying to turn it into grams. So going from kilograms to grams, I'm going 1, 2, 3. Because remember, units is liters, meters, and grams. I don't know why I'm zoomed out so far. So that means that I moved 3 spaces to the right. So I'm going to take my decimal in 5 and I'm going to go 1, 2, 3 to the right. I have to fill in zeros in all these little empty baskets. So that means it should be 5,000 grams. All right, number 10. Lisa purchased 5 pints of milk for her holiday baking. How many quarts are equivalent to 5 pints? So I'm talking about quarts and pints. Now you could use your, you could Google it, use a sheet, whatever, but I get the kingdom of gallon. But either way, there are 2 pints in 1 quart. So knowing that, if I know that she purchased 5 pints, I'm trying to figure out how many quarts that is. Okay, so I could do cross multiply divided by the lonely guy where I could scale. I'm going to cross multiply 5 times 1, which is 5, and then I'm dividing by my lonely guy, which is 2. So 5 divided by 2. 2 goes into 5 2 whole times, so my whole number is 2. So that leaves out this one and this one. All right, and then 2 times 2 is 4. So when I subtract, I get 1. So that leaves 1 left over on top, and my denominator is 2. So that means 1 and 1/2, or 2 and 1/2. Sorry, 2 and 1/2. So B is my answer. Number 11, the average weight of a car is 4,000 pounds. Average weight of a truck is 6,000 pounds. What is the difference between the 2 weights in tons? So I'm trying to figure out tons. So there's a couple ways you could go about doing this, but I like to just find the difference first. So 6,000 minus 4,000 equals 2,000. Now I'm talking about pounds. The abbreviation is LB, and tons. So I know that there are 2,000 pounds in 1 ton. And I don't really have to scale or change anything because what I'm talking about is 2,000 pounds, which is equivalent to 1 ton. So my answer is B, 1 ton. 12, the table shows the number of different trees in a park. What is the ratio of maple to total in simplest form? So anytime I'm talking about that word ratio, I'm going to find this magic word right here, 2. So I'm talking about maple trees to total trees. So I know that I'm going to look for maple, which I see is 4. So there are 4 maple trees to total. So I'm going to add up all the trees together. So 3 plus 5 is 8, plus 4 is 12, plus 6 is 18. So there are 18 total trees. So my ratio of maple to total is 4 to 18. But remember, I have to do it in simplest form. That's not in simplest form yet. I could divide both these numbers by 2, okay? 4 divided by 2 is 2. 18 divided by 2 is 9. So 2 to 9 is my correct answer. It is not 9 to 2 because that is total to maple, but it asked about maple to total. Okay, moving on. Number 13, using the graph to determine the rate in gallons per minute. So since I'm looking for gallons per minute, let me tell you, I can go ahead and cross off A because that's minutes per gallon. And I can cross off D because that's also minutes per gallon. So let's look over here. So I'm going to try to find a place where my graph matches up. For example, right here, do you see how that's right at an intersection? There's also an intersection right up here. So I know that in 2 minutes, the number of gallons was 6. So I'm trying to find gallons per minute. Remember that word per can help be my division symbol. So I'm doing gallons divided by minutes. So if it is 6 gallons divided by 2 minutes, I know that 6 divided by 2 is 3. So my answer is 3 gallons per minute. There we go. 3 gallons per minute. Number 14, this one was another one where there was a mistake on the pre-AP version. So yours will say 5 and 5 down here, but this will help tell you what the answer is. So I need to find a rate again. So again, I'm going to look at where the graph matches up. There's a couple places where it matches up on this graph. I'm just trying to find the ones where there's an intersection, and there's a bunch. So let's do the one that's the easiest to kind of find the labels for. So this one, I'm liking this one because I see the 5 and I see the 10. I don't have to do any guesswork about what number it is. So that means since I'm looking for snowfall in inches and hours. I'm looking for inches per hour. Okay, and if that's not down below, then I can start looking for hours per inch, but that's not typically what you're going to look for. So I'm going to know that that word per can mean my division symbol. So the number of inches I have is 10. The number of hours I have is 5. 10 divided by 5 is 2. So I know that equals 10 inches per hour. No, sorry, 2 inches per hour. So this one right here, 2 inches per hour, not hours per inch. All right, if I was going the other way, that would be 10 divided, or if I divided by 10, it'd be 1/2. But since that's not an option, half hour per inch, that is not an option. So my answer is D. Number 15, Carlos swam 913 meters during practice. How many kilometers did he swim? So I'm going to use my handy dandy King Henry. Doesn't usually drink chocolate milk. So if I'm going from meters to kilometers, I'm going from my unit, which are meters, liters, and grams. I'm going 1, 2, 3 to the left. So I'm going to take my 913. My decimal is out here right now. I'm going 1, 2, 3 to the left. So that puts it right in front of my 9. All right, so right here, 913 thousandths of a kilometer. So almost 1 kilometer. And number 16, last one in this video. A gardener plants 3 rose bushes for every 2 hydrangea bushes. If she plants 14 hydrangea bushes, how many rose bushes should she plant? So I'm talking about rose and hydrangea. So 3 rose bushes for every 2 hydrangeas. And we're given that she planted 14 hydrangeas. Now I could scale, or I could cross multiply, divide by the lonely guy, but I know 2 times 7 equals 14, so I got to do the same thing up here. 3 times 7 equals 21.